most fashionable zodiac signs. My name is Desiree. You can book an astrology reading with me. See my link in bio. Now, this is from most fashionable to least fashionable. Number one, we have to start with Libra. Libra is ruled by Venus, and it's an air sign, so it's very concerned with how people see them, with how they look, with how they're perceived, and the perception. They want to look their best. Venus gives them a good eye for fashion, a good eye for matching. The only problem with the Libra people I see, and you guys are going to come for me, but they can sometimes be too trendy. Sometimes they pick things that are not very classic, not timeless, not classy, just more like out there, fashionable, but the masses love it. So that's where Libra comes in at number one. Now, number two is Capricorn. Putting them number two because they are an earth sign ruled by Saturn, so they will have that timeless, classic, sleek fashion. Think Posh Spice, all black, just very cute, simple, sleek, like they know how to dress for the occasion. Virgo, number three, that is very similar to Capricorn, another earth sign. Earth signs have really good fashion overall. Virgos know how to pick things that go together. They know how to match. They know how to dress appropriately. Again, timeless, classy. But sometimes they can be very focused on comfort and how things feel, and they can choose items that maybe don't always look as great together. So sometimes you'll see like a Virgo who is just a total mess wearing like a muumuu and they just don't care. So it really depends with your Virgos, but I'm going to put them at number three because they have the potential. Number four is Taurus, another earth sign ruled by Venus. Now this one could be higher, but I do see Taurus people sometimes being a little like bullheaded in their fashion and just choosing things that are like way too simple. Like they probably have that timeless essence to it, but they're not really serving, they're not giving, they're not doing the best that they could. And I think sometimes it comes from their frugal nature. They can be very like careful with spending, so they can just choose something like very simple, basic, good quality of course, but like not really giving that wow factor all the time. Scorpios have good fashion. They have good fashion because they're a fixed sign and they want to stick to what they know. Like they stick to what works for them, what they like, what people respond to well. Like if they always wear a certain style, that's kind of going to be their thing. They're also usually very creative, have this emotional depth to them, so they can pick out really like unique kind of sexy outfits. That's why I love Scorpio fashion. Leo, of course, Leos want to be the stars of the show. They will also kind of similar to Libra pick very trendy, out there things that are flashy, that everyone's going to notice, everyone's going to compliment, you know, all the name brands. So that's why I'm not putting them so high, because they're not always going to give that timeless, effortless like fashion. They're going to do more like, okay, I'm doing the most, you know, I'm doing the most. Sagittarius, this is very similar to Leo. They want to be seen, they want to show out, they want to have like something that, you know, everyone's going to see and go wow and say, oh my gosh, this is like totally new, this is very out there, attention grabbing. That's what Sag loves. They love to come in and show out. So again, like as far as like day-to-day timeless pieces, more classy things, not the always like a Sag, they're just gonna go for the thing that's gonna get the most attention. Aquarius, I love Aquarius fashion because they choose unique, interesting pieces, but they also have an eye for quality because they're ruled by Saturn. They don't just want a bunch of junk. They pick things that are like very nice, very good quality, things that'll hold the test of time. So while they do have that more unique style, it is usually things that they can wear like forever. Now Aries is next. They have more of like a sexy, fiery, I don't care kind of fashion, more impulsive with their purchases. They want to wear things that are trendy. They want to wear things that are sexy. As they mature though, they can get more into like, okay, this is comfortable, I can wear this forever, this is going to be a good option, instead of always choosing things that are just trendy and just easy to pick. Because they are ruled by Mars, so they want to be in items that feel comfortable and of course that are sexy, but that doesn't always translate like to day, you know, like going to the office, going to a meeting, just running errands. They'll just like throw on usually the most comfortable thing, but then when it comes to like an event or something special, they really like to show out for that. Geminis, they can be a little all over the place. They're an air sign, so they kind of just like pick different things that they like that are trendy, and it can be harder for them to nail down their specific style. Once they get their style though, they can really like knock it out of the park because they have an eye for like putting little things together to make like a bigger thing, and they usually like more interesting pieces. But once they kind of get out of their head and are just like, okay, this is what I'm going with, this is what I like, that's when they start to have really good fashion. Otherwise they kind of just pick random things and put it together, and they have to have the confidence. I've seen Gemini with amazing style, so this is not like you know, that they're lower. It doesn't say anything bad. It's just they are for sure trendy people. You know, they want to pick like things that are going to grab people's attention, get people talking. You know, they want to be seen with like very designer things that will give them like a higher status in a way. You don't usually see Geminis like when they go out just wearing like simple random things. They've like thought through everything a lot, and they want people to see and like know what they're wearing, know who it's by. Cancers, now they're lower because they prioritize comfort. You'll see a Cancer like in the same dress, in the same shorts, in the same shoes forever. They like don't want to get out of their comfort zone once they find something that they really like, so it can be harder for them to actually like put things together, new things, go shopping, because they're like, well, I'm so used to this certain thing or this certain style. Like they will wear like the style from high school or college like forever. They like never want to get out of that because it worked for them at some point, you know, that was the vibe and that's what they're comfortable in. That's how they feel like themselves. So it's harder for them to like mature and wear a more like timeless, mature kind of classy vibe. They're going to always go back to just what feels most comfortable for them. For some of them, they can take it to that level and get to the place where they're like wearing more appropriate, classy, fashionable things, but it takes a while for them to, you know, get there. Or they usually need someone to like guide them and be like, here, put this on, this looks good. Pisces, very similar to Cancer. They're just like go with the flow, you know, where are we going? What's the vibe? They want to throw on something easy. They want to throw on something super trendy. Pisces people are like definitely going to be filling their cart from Shein, Fashion Nova. They want options. They want like a different color item for the certain occasion. Like if they're going to a green party, they're going to want an all green outfit. If they're going to a beach party, they're going to want lime green, like, or bright orange or something, you know, like they just want like the most trendy thing. And so like putting different things together, they're very creative. So like they can have good fashion, but as far as like seeking out the things that are the best quality, not always like a Pisces strong suit. And sometimes they'll just be like, well, I'm just going to buy everything designer, everything name brand, like, you know, the Chanel jumpsuit that has the names all over it, or like Balenciaga shoes that, you know, were like 3 years ago. They're just going to go with it because it's the most trendy thing, I guess that makes sense. So that's why they're a little lower. They can have good fashion, definitely can learn how to put that creative energy into the right direction with their fashion, but it takes some time to build that and to kind of get out of just like going with what works for them. Thank you guys so much for watching. My email's here and link in bio to book a reading.